What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I appreciate you all taking the time on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Sorry for no music. They keep copyright claiming me because I went over 1,000, even though I paid for the music. But sorry, I'll try to get you pumped up as I can. But we're working on getting some new music here. But I appreciate you guys taking the time. And look, I hope your week is off to a great start. If you're watching this now, let me hear your thoughts on what I'm about to say. Or if you're watching this later, I would love to hear your thoughts. And whether you want to talk about this or you want to talk about something else, always down to talk some birds. So let's get it started. Now, the past few months, a lot of the time, and this past year, you guys remember when I said, the media, they're going hard. Howie Roseman's the worst GM. Jalen Hurts cannot develop. This team is the worst they have ever seen. Browns territory, Jets territory. Team is failing. I sought out last year to try to teach those people how football works, how the salary cap works, how anything works, really, so that way they're not just, throwing out misinformation and getting everyone angry when all these stupid things that they're throwing out there aren't happening. The Deshaun Watson things, all those things. So then when those things don't happen, those people get very riled up, upset. And it's like, well, if you knew how things worked, you wouldn't have been misguided. But we talked about that moment in time where they're going to flip-flop, and they're going to flip-flop hard, baby. They're going to be going to bat for these birds. They're going to be talking about Super Bowl contenders. This team can't be stopped. Look at how we go. Look at all the additions. Well, that's what I sought out to do before all of those things happened. So we try to teach the media about how the salary cap works. So that way they were able to see that the Eagles can make a lot of additions this year. So we talked about trading for A.J. Brown, acquiring James Bradbury, drafting Jordan Davis, getting the top priority Hassan Reddick, getting a linebacker in Kaiser White, then drafting one to be, his predecessor. So all of those things happened, and we talked about all of those things before they happened. That way, the media wasn't getting twisted with the Deshaun Watson stuff. Well, they got twisted up, and then when it didn't happen and all of those other things did happen, that just pissed them off more. So now great things are coming. Anybody who watches football knows that. So we're all looking at these things. We know the pieces that we're missing. They have been filled. Now we just need it to happen. It's all on paper right now. Now, I'm not saying we're going to come out here swinging, but since last year, I said this team will be a Super Bowl contender by this year if Howie does what I said he would do. So he did all those things, so I'm sticking to my guns. That's why I say that. Do I think they're going to be bumpy roads? Sure. This team is going to take time to gel. Didn't have a lot of physical practices, so you're going to have some bumpy roads. But I think this team is a contender. We all know I think we win the NFC East, but I think we're going for the Super Bowl here. So you're seeing the media changing their tune. They all got tricked with the Jalen Hurts doesn't have an arm thing. Obviously, he does. So whoever made that up, one of those nerds, we know the stat muse guys, Nikolai Jokic is better than Joel Embiid. Anybody who really knows sports knows that that's not a real thing, but it's a new day and age. So we got to watch out for these people. They really have narratives, and they are really trying to push them, and they are pissed. So one of those people that he will not flip-flop, and he is dead set on tearing Jalen Hurts down. So we're going to talk about that today, but I appreciate all of you tuning in. We got some comments here, so let me run into these quick before we get into this. My man Drew in the building. Hope you're doing well, my man. Just wanted to get this out here, and tonight we will be doing the final 53 and the practice squad, so make sure you tune in then. Nita in the building. Nice to see you. Always a blast to have you. I am currently banned on Twitter for the next 5 days, so I can't say anything, but I saw you and Dan Sileo, and we're going to talk about it. So I appreciate you taking the time today, Nina. Hope you and the family are doing well, and the same goes for Drew and Spa City. Everybody who's tuning in, appreciate you. Hope you guys are off to a great start to your week. My man Mitch in the building, appreciate you. 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Let's get to 2,000. Appreciate each and every one of you. Sills be flip-flop. Oh, they're all flip-flopping, dude. And you're right, he does, and he will once he finally sees it, but he is adamant. And whatever you want to take from it, I'll leave that up to you. But let's get right into it. So 7:30 this morning, someone wakes up with hate in their heart, and they are just pissed that Jalen Hurts is developing, that this offense is growing, this defense is vastly improving. People are very afraid, and they should be, because all of their stupid narratives they pushed this offseason were really stupid, and they weren't based off anything. So I tried my best. I tried to teach them what a defense is, multiple scheme defense. I tried to teach them about the cap. I did my best to help these people stop getting so upset, but here we are. So 7:30 this morning, He drops this, and I want you to take this how you may. Let me hook Eagles fans on how the NFL actually works. If Jalen Hurts starts to fail, they will turn on him like he was a criminal. This is the hard facts of the NFL. What, dude? Interesting choice of words there. And then follows it up with Philly Inquirer, 97.5 WIP. They all have the Eagles. Quarterback Jalen Hurts is a massive success. I say prove it. I say, when the fuck did they ever like Jalen Hurts? Maybe this week. You guys remember a couple weeks ago, I sought out to get to one of those practices. I said, they're lying to us. Jalen Hurts is developing. He's doing better. And I'm being told by people that are right there. They are telling me that these guys are doing great. Hearing about Josh Jobe, hearing about Debunking, hearing about all these names that nobody was talking about. Just all this hate and Deshaun Watson. So I got invited to one of those closed practices. And you guys know I actually reported on what was going on, what was actually happening. And as soon as that happened, by God, the narratives changed. And you love to see it. They couldn't lie anymore. They couldn't say Jalen Hurts was not developing. They couldn't say all these players were terrible. There was no depth. It was a lie. And now I caught him. So now we hit the panic button. Panic, panic, panic. This guy's a criminal. He's in a gang. He's shooting people on the streets. What are we doing here? Is this ESP's long-lost father? I'm not sure, but that's what it seems like. Don't be pushing bullshit narratives talking about people are criminals. Bro, interesting choice of words you use there, young man, because I think we all know what you're pushing there and what your hatred really is. And maybe it's because he's not the same skin color as us. Now, I'll leave that up to you guys. I know he's been accused plenty of times in the past. I'm not here to judge and tell you who you are, but I am here to break some things down and see it. Criminal was a very interesting choice of words. You could have just said he sucks and they're not going to like him. That's what you could have said. But I think we all are seeing the narrative here. So I find that very interesting and I find it very funny. And all I want to say to Dan Sileo, Jacob Sports, WIP, the Fanatic, whoever who's bashing Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles is just make sure that hate that you're throwing out there, just make sure that you have that same exact energy, all of that rage. I want you to match that when he starts smoking people. Please, you just make sure that your praise was as loud as that disrespect. That's all I ask. So we all know what we've seen, and we hear from people that actually play football. And, you know, I always love like, well, this guy played 30 years ago. That's fucking great, man. I don't care. People were saying a certain someone should be, you know, this guy needs to be defensive coordinator. I saw him make a post about something, you know, I don't know, the earth is flat or vaccines are fake, something. And it's just like, that's my point. I don't give a shit what this person did in life. I don't care. I see people always try to tell me that, you know, with Reed Sinnett, look, I played before. I don't care. I don't. Whatever your life led you to, that's awesome. My life led me to a bunch of different things. But guess what? It never took away from the fact that I love my football and I love breaking it down. So those people can keep pushing their shitty narratives. I'm going to keep destroying them. That's what I do. Nina, oh my God. And I mean, you can see with her words right here, some people feel a very certain way. I myself am growing very tired. And I've said it to Jacob Sports. I've said it to all of the media outlets out there. If you guys want somebody, you want to hire somebody that's controversial for a good reason, hire me. People don't like me because I break down how things actually work and get things right. That's why they don't like me. Maybe you should hire someone that knows what they're talking about and doesn't push shitty narratives that get the fans extremely pissed off, because I think we all are seeing through what's going on here, Danny boy. So, Lieutenant Dan, clean it up, but just clean it up, man. What is going on, my man? Hulk in the building. Let's go. Ready to rock and roll. We got She-Hulk and Nina in the building. Everybody's ready to stomp. So, I'm finding it funny that there's still somebody holding on to these narratives, but we got most of them flip-flopping though. So that's the funniest thing. We got Sileo as a clown that says some of the most dumbest things, and I'd have to agree with you on that one. Flip-flop central we're getting here, and I'll be real with you, you're going to see a lot of it. So all I ask is that when you're praising us, it's just as loud as that disrespect. You wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and thinking about ruining a young man's day, who's going out there waking up at 5 a.m., putting your ass to shame, showing you what a hard worker is. There's nothing more disrespectful. This kid, we all know, we have no clue what he's going to do in year 2 as the starter, his 3rd year in the league. I think that this kid, he has developed. I think this playbook's going to open up, but I don't know. I don't have the answer. But as an Eagles fan, I'm going to be rooting for him. Now, I know this guy is not an Eagles fan. They don't have to root for the Eagles. They're supposed to be objective. I get that. I do. But there is no objective reasoning here. This is pure hate, and it's singular hate pushed by a narrative. So I'm going to call you out, baby. That's just what I do. And I've been calling you all out for years. And if you can all just start getting something right, then you can hold a candle to me. But until then, I'm going to keep standing right here and explaining to you how football works and tell you to shut the fuck up when you're annoying me. That's how I roll. And sorry if I'm going off here a little bit, but I don't agree with his takes either or political views. I agree with you. He definitely has an agenda, and I try not to look, I know we all have different feelings, this, that, the other thing, but I'm not going to watch the world burn. That's one thing I don't do, and I'm not going to watch people be scumbags. So that's just how I roll, my man. Sorry if I'm getting a little heated, but it gets me. It gets me a little. I woke up this morning and I couldn't wait to get on break just to make this video. I'm glad I've calmed down a little. I'm going to be real with you. I'm glad I have, because I think I would have said some other things. But we're coming back down here. When I watch Sileo, I cringe. Yes. And look, man, I'm not here telling Jacob Sports or anybody, you guys all suck, but some of your decision-making is horrible. Just like Howie Roseman's has been the last couple of years. But I think great job overall. But some things, maybe we need a little more studying into what we're doing here and the decisions we're making. That's all I'm saying. Don't agree with a lot of his takes. I just already hit on that. Sorry about that. How do you know his races? I know he's white. I'm looking at him. Tell it like it is. Hey, man, I am. And if you're asking how I know he's racist, well, I just showed you. And he's got a little bit of a history. So anybody who pays attention to life would know that. Did you see his tweet to Lamar Jackson, his dad? First, he says he doesn't like Jalen's style of play, but wants Lamar to come for the play, make sense. And that is something we talked about before. He is approving Lamar Jackson. I guarantee you, if you search what Dan Sileo was saying about Lamar Jackson before he was proving that he could develop and be a quarterback, I guarantee you it's pure hate. So once Jalen Hurts makes it, I guarantee you he'll be the biggest fan. See, I always loved him. I said I loved him. Yeah, not so much. See, around these parts, we keep receipts. So, yeah, I see all of you, from the black and white videos to hating Jalen Hurts to all of a sudden to add his autism foundations and falling in love with him. I think it's very cute. But that's why I make those posts 6 months ago, a year ago, telling people, look, I know that you're about to flip-flop and you're going to change everything you've said. That's just kind of, it's easy to see, man. It's much easier than actually doing the football work that I do. So I can outwork them there and I can still call them out. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It really, really is. We're the fan base that stopped giving him ratings. I've never once watched any of his shows. So, yeah, you guys got it. I don't understand why people complain so much. I'm not saying you need it, but why people, the 5 years, almost that I've been doing this, I sought out to change the narrative, right? I wanted to be something different. I wanted to bring real knowledge, and I wanted to talk about sports because I've been seeing this stuff since Deshaun Jackson was in a gang. You know what I mean? So that was pretty whack, but I literally just wanted to change the narrative. And it's like, all I've seen, though, in the years is people supporting these people nonstop that lie to them, misinform them, nonstop, get them riled up. And it's like, why are you watching it? I don't know why people watch it. I don't know why people are tuning in. And it's like, there's literally information out there. And see, all I try to provide is information that'll make you look smarter, that will actually help you. And you know what I mean? It's like, that's all I do. That's my niche. And you see it, dude. You see all the other content creators, media, they don't know what's going on until I make the video. And then it's all of a sudden everybody gets the defense and they understand. It's like, look, dude, I see past you. And when I got my thing for 1,000 subscribers, it's like 55 to like 57%, something like that, are unsubscribed that watch my show. I was like, damn, dog. So a lot of you just watching, taking content. Hey, look, man, that's all good. My work will get me to where I'm going. But I find it funny that people even watch that shit, man. Is there an elephant in the room? Was no one aware that I'm white? Yes, thank you for that grand observation. Hey, look, man, if you're upset about that, there's nothing I can do. You're going to have to take that up with him. Sileo loves saying Jalen Hurts' mom watches his show, but he says, what the fuck is this man talking? Yeah, she probably watches it just to make fun of him. Here's another one. Jalen Hurts' mom watches my show. So, and she's commented too. So, look, man, we can all, like I say, at the end of every year, we can all hold a candle up and we can see who got what right. I'm already standing here at the offseason trying to ask anyone if there's anyone in the media that was even close to what I did. So they can keep talking shit, but I'm going to need them to start getting things right for me to care, because people are always like, well, this guy said, and it's just, to me, it's like, I'm not trying to act like I'm better than anyone, but these dudes don't know what they're talking about. So why should I care? I don't. Never get good vibes from this man. Watched him a few times. I was like, no, he has hate in his heart, Liz. I couldn't agree more with you. It's tough to watch sometimes. And it's all I ever hear from, Nina and all these people. I see them commenting and it's like, bro, I would never, if I watch it, I'm probably going to have a really hard time and going to say something. So it is what it is. He was playing with that statement because of your incidental mistake with your sentence races. Yes. Yes. Anyways, thanks, Drew. I try my best. It's a quick Google search. Yeah, man. People get upset about this stuff. You don't want to call them out, Nina, because people just get offended. And it's like, look, man, these snowflakes can't handle the truth. And that's unfortunately just the way I roll, dude. And look, I know that offends people, but I'm somebody who will always stand for what's right. And if anybody's been following me from day one, that's how I roll. I don't get into spreading Trump viruses. I don't get into any of that weirdo shit. I'm all about the truth and have been since day one. That's how I'm able to get so much right these past few years. And everyone else just gets misinformed because it's a bunch of lies out there. And there are good media members. Let's not kid ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. There are. But there is straight trash being fed to everyone on every corner. And somebody has to step in. So that's what we're doing here. Lamar developed and Sileo said, yeah, exactly. So it's just, to me, I think that's the point Nina was trying to make, Drew. They can develop. Any football player can develop. Any football player can develop. And you guys saw when I made that Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, a lot of people have been finding that now, making their own articles, copying the picture. Jock Up Sports is one of those people who had to delete theirs because I was like, oh, it looks exactly like mine. Jesus, just hire me if you need all my work. Holy shit. But it's funny, man. And I even said in that tweet, I'm not saying they're the same quarterback or comparing them. My point is quarterbacks develop. In the first 19 starts, Josh Allen looked like garbage. Everyone said he was a bust. He couldn't play. Now they're all, oh, he's my favorite ever. And it's like, yeah, we know how you guys roll. We do. It's ridiculous. Dansilli's one of the worst. Glad you're making fun. Yeah, man. Just calling people out as I see fit. And if they want to hire somebody that knows football and is controversial because of the fact that they know football, hire that. I bet people would tune into that show more than they would someone just being an asshole. I'm just throwing it out there. If you guys want content, and go look at all my work, look at the offseason. Tell me another content creator that had Hassan Reddick as the number one free agent priority, and then Kaiser White right behind him. Then talked about Jordan Davis as the number one draft pick, N'Kobe Dean, James Bradbury, Jaquiski Tart, trading for A.J. Brown. If you can find any of those people that have those videos, send them to me. I'd love to make a show with them. But I'd also like to get a job because I'm smoking these dudes. But they're allowed to just spew their hate. So no cap, baby. Let's go. No cap. You know it, my man. I love you, Nate. Or Tate. Tate Nickelberry is what I was looking at. So the N switched itself over. But Tate, appreciate you, my man. No lies are told here at On the Road to Victory. So dude, let's go. Do you see us hiring Vic Fangio? Yes. I'm guessing people are taking that now from me. Yes, I've talked about Vic Fangio when he was at the practices, but we talked about a lot of people, when they talk about Jonathan Gannon, they don't understand. Well, first off, the people saying Jonathan Gannon is going to fail don't understand even what a multiple scheme defense is. They didn't know we were running odd fronts last year. So you can't listen to those people. They don't really know what they're watching. So it was hard this offseason to see almost everyone in the Philly media talk about Eagles switching deep. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, yeah, these guys they didn't watch a single game last year. We had odd fronts all last year. So that tells me they don't know what they're watching. That's why they always make these stupid ass narratives and we're counting wins and losses and practices and shit. It's like, yeah, they really have a long way to go. But dude, like, what are we doing here? So I explained how Jonathan Gannon, his multiple schemes, I explained why we had to get Davis, Reddick. I mean, I did my best. You guys saw it all offseason. I did everything to try to educate these people, but I talked about why Jonathan Gannon will be gone next year. And there was a reason the Broncos and Texans wanted him this year when everyone thought he was a failure. We talked about being a top 10 defense last year, even though it was so bad. It definitely improved, but there were missing pieces. That's why we broke down why all those missing pieces were more important than Deshaun Watson. So I talked about that. Then I talked about when he's gone next year, who will step it up. Could be Denard Wilson in-house. Could be Vic Fangio. Because Vic Fangio is one of those people that I feel he gets a lot of his stuff from. And we've talked about Greg Williams. We talked about all the people he's worked under. But I think Vic Fangio is one of the best. So great question from King Dread. Glad to see the media picking up on that one. It sucks talking about these things, dude. And then waiting like 3-4 months. It's like, oh, my God. And they start talking about it. And everybody's like, oh, my God. You see how smart that guy is? And it's like, Well, what's that make me if I've talked about it a year ago? Like, it's just, it's hard to hear people that don't know what they're talking about telling me what I don't know, you know? Sad thing is the trash is being fed to them. All the media manipulation, people are falling for it. And that's my point, Nina. That's why I created this, because it was like, look, I'm not going to have it anymore because people are telling me, you don't know what you're talking about because this guy told me. And it's like, well, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about and is telling you. And now you think you know, but you're both look stupid now. And it's like, dog, if you just look at my first year calling the Super Bowl and then all my work after that, just let my work do the talking, right? I don't really need to compete with those people. There's no competition, like, at all. They're flip-floppers, and they really do manipulate everything, Nina. So they do. We're just playing. It's all good, man. But it's all right there, my brother. You can check it all out. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm not here to push a narrative and tell you you can decide for yourself, but a quick Google search will help you along the way. I believe this is not a fan of Hurts play, but I do see plays where I just say, wow, great throw. Potential is Hurts, so though, keep it real. Well, see, you said it right there. You're not a fan, but yet you are an Eagles fan that wants him to develop and you want to succeed, right? So even people that are skeptical, I understand that. That's perfectly fine. And I understand the things he has to work on. That's why I broke it down all of last year, broke it down this year, because everybody talked about arm strength, and I talked about more torque, less velocity. So he actually has to tone it down a little bit. Talk about his hand placement on the ball. Talk about his feet in the pocket, when he's leaving the pocket, his reads, his progressions, everything we talked about, not arm strength. So I just try to break the stupid narratives. It's okay if you're skeptical. It's okay if you don't like this person or that person. We don't all have to, but I'm not going to let crap narratives be the reason why people don't like people. So you see the development. You see that the playbook's going to be opened up. We were the #1 rushing attack. We ran the ball the most of the time, but I think you're going to see more pass plays, A.J. Brown here, play action, all that great stuff. I think you're going to see that development. We've already seen bits and pieces, but that's the thing. It's like when I was a kid and watched McNabb, a dual threat quarterback is awesome. Lamar Jackson, fun as hell to watch. If they can become a pocket quarterback as well, that's quite a dual threat. So I'm all aboard the Hurts train. I want to see him succeed. If he doesn't, we have pieces in place. We can move on. We can do so many things. But right now, it's this season. It's Jalen Hurts QB1. I'm behind him, dude. I'm not going to sit here and watch people slander him every day. Let's go, dude. It's time. I mean, they're wrong. No Deshaun Watson. No Russell Wilson. Give it up, dude. Jimmy Garoppolo's not coming. It's over. Jalen Hurts. It's Hurts season. Whether you guys wanted to get with me last year when I started it, you're on now. People making hats, people making shirts, people making tattoos on their face. Let's go. Told you last year. Don't be late, baby. The flip-flopping will commence. Not going to lie, your channel dealing with the Eagles is probably one of the most knowledgeable that I've seen. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, Hulk. And that's all I do. And I try not to push how I feel, but I'm always, this is my channel. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk. I'm going to be me. I'm crazy. We all know that. But I love my birds. And as long as you love your birds, you're going to feel at home, because all I want to do is spread knowledge. I want to get real information out there. If you guys saw all the videos this offseason, breaking down the multiple schemes, how many different times did I have to do that? Because every week it would be, oh, the Eagles are changing defense. No, they're not. So we explain what the roles are, what these players mean, versatility of some of these players, all of it. Explained it all. And that's all I want to do. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than anyone, Hulk. I'm not better than anyone, but I love my effing Eagles. And when I got really sick and was on a deathbed, had nothing else to do, I started chasing my dream, okay? And I'm going to work for the Philadelphia Eagles, but we start here. We keep building, keep building. I got to meet Howie again a few weeks ago. Told him, I'm coming, dude. I got out of the wheelchair like I told him I would, and the next step is working with him. So we're going to keep pushing that knowledge, my man. So I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I really appreciate that, man. The kind words mean the world to me, and thank you so much to all of you for helping me get to 1,000. I can't thank you enough. Did not know Dan Sileo was your little brother. Just kidding. Hey, man, I'm really sorry you're upset about this, brother. I hope your day gets better, my man. I really do. Sorry to see you're so down about this. I want to see people say Hurts as a noodle arm, but in two very arm. Yeah, that's when I know people don't know football. I had a kid the other day say something, and I was like, look, man, I'm sorry, but you don't know what you're watching. You just don't understand. And that's not me being a dick. It's, if I were to walk into a salon, they're cutting hair, I always try to use this analogy. It's like, I'm not going to walk in with a chainsaw and just and start taking people's hair. I'll be like, I know what I'm doing, okay? Don't tell me. Sounds like someone. But it's like, look, you know, I really feel that all these people get offended because they're being misinformed. And it's like, dog, if you want to be informed, listen to what Hulk just said here. All I'm trying to do is give you information. So, yeah, that tells me what they don't know about football, man. So, yeah, I'll be real with you, the GOAT. It's pretty sad out there. But let's get into the different side of this. And now I told you they would be on board. So when LeSean McCoy's not ruining Avengers movies with Brian Westbrook, he's out here jumping aboard the train. So you guys saw my prediction for the Eagles-Bills Super Bowl. And I said, look, these guys will be on board sooner rather than later. And we've got our first on the train. So I welcomed him onto the train with open arms, and he, 2 weeks away from the football season, says he agrees with me that the Eagles and the Bills will be competing in the Super Bowl. So he goes with his former teams. And look, this is what we talked about with all those radio stations, all those things. Don't let them get you so worked up. Don't let them make you look like an asshole. Because I made that one tweet the one time and I said, watch, the media is going to flip on you guys. And they're going to tell, I can't believe the fans didn't know the Eagles ran odd fronts last year. I can't believe they didn't know. Oh, you know, they're going to ride you guys hard. And they're going to tell you how much you don't know and how stupid you were for believing all the things that they told you. So don't let them do that to you. Don't, man, because they are ass clowns and they will happily do that. I see it every year. And they never, ever, ever comment back when I post my stuff under theirs. Oh, you think you know, do ya? Boom! And then I show them how it works. And they get so butthurt. And I love it. I do, because it's like the way they walk around and talk to people, act all pretentious. Like, my mom and dad got me a cool computer and now I made it. And it's like, yeah, but you've never played the game. So I'm going to body bag you, dog. Like, sorry, I was never handed anything, but I'm still going to make it. And it's all pure talent. Pure. Nothing else, man. Sorry, I was not entitled, but it is what it is, baby. Where is that even remotely funny? It's he. Oh, we got another. I'm not that upset. Making a joke. See your face. I don't want to see you get. Hey, man, I think you're the only one upset here, dog. I get riled up about people talking shit about my birds. That's kind of the point of the show. If this is your first time seeing that, I apologize, but you're going to have to get used to it. I get rowdy every show, especially when dealing with D-bags. So I hope your day gets better, my man. Really appreciate all of you guys tuning in, though. But that's all I have for you today. Appreciate each and every one of you. I've allowed to be very funny. Super Bowl, both Eagles and Bills, very similar to the quarterback. Yeah, and it'll be really bad for that little comparison I made between, the first 19 starts. You saw how upset people got about that. And it even says in that post, like, I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying that quarterbacks can develop. And people, I've never seen a quarterback develop. He doesn't have it on. You should see it. Those people, and you should see how many deleted comments there are in that. Those people are like, fuck, delete. All the J-Rocks and the B-Rock, whatever the fuck, all the people making black and white videos. No more, baby. So get your flip-flops on, baby. Everybody. Eagles going to the Super Bowl now. So we went from being the next Browns to heading to the Super Bowl. So I told you a few months ago, get ready. Everybody will be a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and it looks like we're here, baby. I cannot wait. You enjoy the rest of your Monday. Nina, I will actually be back tonight. This was not planned. This just happened. This morning I was pissed. I was like, when I get home on lunch break, I'm making that video. I got to get rolling out here 11:57. But I will be back tonight. We will be doing the projected 53-man roster, and I'm giving you a practice squad and my projected depth chart, who the starters are, all of that great stuff. I'll show you some of those multiple scheme defenses, all the things you need to know. 2 weeks away. It's less than 2 weeks, baby. I can't wait. Ready to run through a wall if you couldn't tell. But if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Whether you're watching now, you're watching this later. But if you appreciated this content, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and we'll be talking birds live next time. But I hope you're all having a great Monday. We got a couple more here. Typo meant to say good. Tell you're very passionate. Yes, I am. Damn, it's full of shit. I hate this broadcast. It's all you talk about, putting Jalen Hurts down each and every day. I'm sick of his shit. Yeah, he really is, man. Anthony, I'm just rolling out. Go check out this video if you'd like. You know I'm always going to stand up for my guy QB1. Love to see all the fans making hats and shirts and getting on board. About time. No Russell Wilson. No Jimmy Garoppolo. Whoa, no Deshaun Watson. Love every second of it. Get behind QB1. Super Bowl. I love it, dude. That's what we need. More positivity. Let's get behind these young men. This defense is about to go crazy. The offense, Jimmy fucking Smith, you know it. Let's go. I hope you guys are going to tune back in later, though. That 53-man projection, it is wild. I've been working on it since yesterday. And, I was supposed to have a day off. And literally, wherever we were going, I was like, she's like, are you working? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out my 53. It's on my mind. I can't help it. I need to know where I'm going to settle. So it's going to be an exciting show tonight. We'll go over the 53. We'll go over the depth chart, the practice squad, all of it. So I hope you will tune in then. But I appreciate you tuning in today. Yo, my man, appreciate you, Jay. Sorry, I always miss you guys, half of you, but hopefully you'll rewatch. Comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts on the videos. One more question. See us running a West Coast spread offense. I see us opening up that playbook. Go check out all the videos on the offense and defense, all that stuff. Eagles just released Tart. We're going to be making a lot of releases. I appreciate you, Brad. We're going to be releasing a lot. And I actually kept Tart off my 53, which was hard, but Reed Blankenship, baby. I love the kid, so it's hard for me. Gonna be a lot of questions because of the IR pup, all that stuff. But tonight, tune in. I'll be going live, and I'm going to try not to play music here, so it's going to be going out silent. No more music for now. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But I'll be back later. And until then, I'm Jimmy Smith. This is On the Road to Victory. Have yourselves a great night. And as always, go Birds!